Well, good morning cruise fans and welcome back to Ray and Sue's travel channel. We're on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity on our 10-night cruise around Greece and Turkey. Today we are in Limassol in Cyprus and we've just arrived momentarily ago, and we're going to be getting off today and we're going to take you for a tour around Limassol itself, see what we can find. But I just thought I would share with you a quick glance at the coast and the terminal area, and also a little bit of the town in the immediate vicinity of the port. And stay with us as we go off today into Limassol to have a look around and see what we can find. So stay tuned. Well, good morning again cruise fans. Here we are now. We're on the dockside in Limassol in Cyprus, and we just got off board. Thought I'd take the opportunity to share with you a nice picture of Celebrity Infinity. It's our 10-day cruise around Greece and Turkey. And so before we go off into the town, I thought I would share her with you. And here is lovely Susie. She's decided to have a dress change today because it is slightly windier, so she's off, and we're going to go off together, aren't we dear? And we're going to go into the terminal and go exploring. Stay tuned. And as we come through the terminal building, we're greeted by a lovely design theme in the terminal itself. Fantastically designed and built, and of course we can see the lovely infinity through the glass windows. There's an information area where you can pick up information about local services and a map and information about transfers, etc. And then we walk through a little tunnel down through to the exit area itself. So how nice is that? And the lovely sight of Celebrity Infinity through the glass windows, and a look back into the arrivals hall itself and the frontage. And as you walk through, there of course are the red and green declaration areas, cash machines, and some seating, and no doubt some form of Wi-Fi connection. And all in all, quite a lovely new arrivals area. And Susie's on her way, having had a nice conversation with the people at information, and I'm sure has some information for us. And of course, as you come out of arrivals, then around to the coaches. Now there is a free shuttle, and it will take you into the town square. It's always going to be available, runs every half an hour, up until half an hour before the ship is due to sail. So if you just want to go down, have a look around the old town, that's the shuttle to get. The number 30 bus will take you, it's a public bus service, and it will take you to a shopping mall if that's what you'd like to do. But here we are, we're going to jump on the transfer and go down to the town. Okay, so when you exit the transfer bus, it drops you here into the little square, and we're going to take a little bit of a walk down and see what we can find. And pickup point is exactly the same place as you were dropped off. So when you're in Limassol, free transfer bus, dropping off and picking up here. Okay, so when you alight from the transfer bus, there's a nice little marina here. Seems nicely set up, nicely constructed, and some marina buildings, Limassol Marina, and a museum. And then remember, they drive on the left here in Cyprus, which is very sensible to do, just like the UK. and we're going to take a walk down the road now and have a look to see around the town. Okay, and just down the road a little bit there's your famous and possibly favourite burger joint, McDonald's, and a little bitty road, but then we'll cross over there and we'll go down towards the old town itself. And across the road some useful signage pointing out the marina and the new port, but also the castle and St Andrew's pedestrianised area in the old market. So that's where we're going to go. That's where Sue's headed off to. Stay tuned. And some nice local restaurants and trattorias, and they look like they've converted a few buildings into popular eateries. And just adjacent to those restaurants is a beautiful old castle, very simple in its design, but nevertheless a popular area of interest for locals and visitors alike. We'll take a little walk around here and we'll see what else we can find. A nice little archaeological site looked after by the local Department of Antiquities. And here on this archaeological site they've unearthed an old olive oil press, which is rather large and very impressive. Pardon the pun. And other types of stone and old pieces of working equipment. Quite interesting. Very easy to walk right by it, but on this occasion we've been able to capture some of that for you, and in beautiful surroundings and individual olive trees and some citrus, lemon I think. And some beautiful mosaic remains in the grounds. And as we go deeper into the little old town here, there's a lot of building work going on at the moment because it's obviously early season, but some very pleasant looking buildings, and they're obviously gearing up for the summer season, but nevertheless some interesting buildings and facilities around. And if you can see it, a little display of umbrellas seem to be ever popular display. Umbrellas in the street make it look pretty, bit of a tourist attraction, and of course a nice bar and restaurant. Sue's found a little bit of retail therapy for herself. A nice little covered area with little knickknacks and clothing for the little ones. And some lovely little shaded areas with other stores and some nice greenery and plants. And so this is quite early season. We're just at the end of February. Of course it's from a temperature point of view, it's lovely. It's really, really nice. But of course, it's very early season for the Cypriots, so a lot of the stores are either closed still or they're getting ready to open up for the season. So, and not too many tourists around at the moment. We're the only cruise ship in the port, but a good opportunity for us to be able to take a look. And a lovely church here in the centre of the old town, and Sue's trying to hide behind the white car, but I can see her. Lots of little one-way streets in here, lots of small vehicles and a few little arcades with various knickknacks and jewellery, etc. And a nice little pedestrianised area where you can get yourself something to eat and mooch about the retail outlets. And just adjacent to that, running parallel, is the coast road and a few lovely restaurants and cafes and a nice little walkway, pedestrian area. And if you're wondering about all the whistling, it's because we have a little friend here just by the shop. Hello. And he's quite keen on being on camera. I think he's auditioning for something. Yeah. How about that? And if you think I've lost Sue in this retail outlet, it's because I found her. She's in here. I can almost guarantee that she will be in the store getting some retail therapy. A lovely store, actually. Really, really well laid out. And our host is going to offer me a cashew. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I got salted peanuts. Want some? Like this?
How are you finding, my friend?
Very good. Okay, so our host Dimitris from the Nutcracker House is here, and we just purchased a few little bits and pieces from here. But if you're in Limassol, come and take a look. Speak to Dimitris. He will do you a good deal on some wonderful produce. And now I've extracted Sue from the Nutcracker House, and we can see a lovely little avenue with, again, more shops and cafes and bars. And Sue is very kindly getting me a latte in this lovely little bakery and coffee shop. Okay, so just adjacent to that little shopping area in the old town is a boardwalk along the coast, and of course lovely little water fountains, etc., the odd cafe. And if you're here in the port, you can also hire yourself a bike, possibly electric, to be able to navigate yourself around the town. But a little bit windy today, but still pleasant, not unpleasant by any means. Here we are now on the coast, and there's a beautiful boardwalk that goes all the way around the bay, which is really fantastic. It's really nice, scenic, it's nice and quiet. We've got a few waves coming our way because we are still in late February and a little bit windy today, of course, but it is the coast. So I just thought I would share with you, give you a little bit of a panoramic of the area and the boardwalk, and of course there's a little park there for the little ones, and a very pleasant walk all the way down back towards the cruise port. And isn't that lovely? It's lovely to be away finally, after winter, and it's nice to be able to stop in places like this. So if you're on a cruise ship, if you're on Celebrity Infinity and Limassol will be one of your stops, then you do well to come down and have a little look around the old town, but also of course the coastline as well. Of course it is a little bit windy, so you will hear that through some of the audio. I hope it's not too annoying. But we're going to take a little walk down here now, down the boardwalk, and see what we can see. There's Susie, just hiding out and waiting patiently for me. So stay tuned. And a little skate park, and a few swings and things for the little ones to play on. And of course a lovely boardwalk and nice little play area for the kids, and parking too, and a marina at the bottom. And towards the end of the boardwalk now we come towards the marina with nice little cafes and ice cream stores, and a nice little pier there that will take you out a little way. And some really lovely structures built into the sea defences. And as we come into the marina area itself, there's a lovely little square with a few restaurants and a few animated figures at Häagen-Dazs, and then the entrance to the marina itself. And so here we are in the old port then, and marina in Limassol, and a lovely little area, lots and lots of lovely tall ships and sailboats and catamarans, and down the boardwalk itself a number of cafes and bars, and it's a little bit less windy here actually, which is quite good. A little bit away from the direct coast, and an area that certainly had some investment over recent years. So a beautiful little marina, lots of small craft. Obviously day trippers and stuff would come down here to get a day trip, but the sea conditions today are quite rough and it's quite windy, and that makes for a lot of surf, which would make for a very unpleasant boat ride. So sadly it looks like the boat tours today won't be going out, but that said, there's some very nice restaurants and bars that will add to your enjoyment. And towards the end there, at the end of the marina, is where you would book some tours, and it looks like there's a bit of a fresh fish restaurant there too. So how lovely is that? So that's the Old Port Marina at Limassol here in Cyprus, and a very convenient little map, an overall shot of the marina itself, and there's a convenient little QR code down there, so if you want to know more information, click on that QR code and it will share more information about the port area itself. Okay, and just a little bit further along there's the continuation of the marina, and here there are lots of residences as well as stores and restaurants, and tall ships and areas to moor your sailcraft, and a few residences and a few designer outlets. And ample parking for your yacht or your tall ship. And in the middle of this lovely built environment, of course, lots of nice chic restaurants and bars, and of course there's plenty of places to park your yacht. And isn't this lovely? A real sort of standout area in terms of facilities, and somewhere pretty nice to look after your yacht for the season. How about that? Isn't that lovely? Okay, and so another nice little inlet here in the marina. There's a series of restaurants that are dotted around the boardwalk here. Jamie Oliver has a restaurant here, and there's a very nice restaurant called Paul, and also a Cafe Nero. And then over on the other side looks like a nice little kitsch seafood restaurant. So how lovely is that? So here we are, we continue in the Old Town Marina in Limassol, and if you want to come down here and frequent a very, very upscale area, then this is the place to come. And some very nice, very lovely yachts and sailboats. And lastly, I just thought I'd give you one last little panoramic of the marina itself, and of course lots of lovely sailboats and yachts here, and not an unpleasant place to be for the spring and summer season. So how lovely is that? And there's a Cafe Nero's and a Wagamama here too. It's like I say, it's early season, so not many people about, and that's a real benefit for us, I think, in terms of bringing this sort of content to you. So we hope that's been useful. This is the Old Town Marina in Limassol, and we're glad that you've come along with us to see it. And a nice little overall shot of the marina from this arched bridge, and another little scan around back towards the restaurants. Okay, so that's our little trip around the port today, and we're getting back now to the transfer bus, and that will take us back to the port. Okay, so that's us back at the port arrivals area, and we just got off the bus. Very, very simple, very short transfer into the old town, and when you get back you come into this terminal building and go through to your cruise ship. And here's the little arrivals area before you go into the secure area, and a little security area where you just pop all your stuff through before they let you on board. Okay, so here we are again now through the arrivals area and the security area that I've just shared with you, and in here there's again some more information and a little duty-free store, and no point forgetting that Sue is in the duty-free store, but we'll be going out in a second and getting back on board the beautiful Celebrity Infinity. Okay, so the duty-free store is full of scent and toys and things for the little ones, and bags, and of course the usual cigarettes and alcohol and sweets, all those things that you think you might need, last minute items that you might want to purchase. You'll find it here in the duty-free store. Well, welcome back, cruise fans, and here we are now back in the port in Limassol. We're on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity, and we've been off board today, and we took the free transfer into the town, the old town, and had a little walk around the town itself, and also spent some time down on the coast, and then we went to the Old Town Marina, which is a lovely little upscale marina with some very, very nice yachts and tall ships and bars and restaurants around, as we've shared with you. So we're getting back on board now. That was Limassol. We hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along with us, and if this is the sort of content that you like watching, then consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's travel channel. We upload a weekly video and intend to share ship tours and port tours whilst we're on Celebrity Infinity, and we hope to be able to bring you along with us. So if that's the case, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and thanks for being with us today, and we hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or any questions, then please do leave them at the bottom of this video. We'll be happy to answer them. So that was Limassol in Cyprus, day 6 of our Celebrity Infinity cruise around Greece and Turkey. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next Tips for Travellers video. Bye bye.